This is a Ride for Sylvia Day. We are riding because Sylvia was a young lady who had her life taken away way too soon. And so we would like to ride to remember that our lives also matter here on the streets and that cyclists have every right of the road just like a car. So that's why we're here to show and to support and just remember.
We're here to honor the life of Sylvia Bingham, who unfortunately died as a bicyclist while she was hit by a straight truck and went underneath that straight truck.
It's not the initial impact, it's when they go underneath the truck and they're hit by the back wheel. The city of Cleveland, through Vision Zero and through people like Andy Young, is presenting side guards on the sides of these trucks so it would prevent underride of a cyclist like Sylvia.
We have a pilot program that's going to be beginning in October, and we're really excited about it. I'm really excited for this ride in honor of Sylvia, and we're hoping to call this pilot program Side Guards for Sylvia.
Unfortunately, it's going to be too late for her, but it could help other people, and it will help other people.
For those of you that don't know, Sylvia Bingham was a Cleveland transplant who moved to Cleveland to work at Hard-Hatted Women, and she actually lives in this house right here. And on September 15th, she was biking to work and was right hooked by a Leff Electric truck and killed. So today we're riding in her memory, but not just her memory, but the memory of the many other cyclists and pedestrians that have been killed riding on the roads, doing something that many of us do every day. So we're going to ride to where Sylvia was hit. We'll say a few more words, place some flowers on the ghost bike, and then we'll ride back here as a group together.
We're here as a memorial that cyclists belong on the road. They have every right to be here. So creating safer streets, safer vehicles, safer people. This is all the work that we're doing to make sure everyone can travel safely and comfortably on the road, no matter what mode they're taking.
You know, rides like this for me are always a strong reminder of why we do what we do, why we try to change streets to be safer for cyclists and try to get stronger laws to protect us and how to change the public's perception on the bicycle as transportation and a way to transform the cities.
Today kind of makes me think about is just really the importance of taking care of vulnerable people and just really the responsibilities that we all have to just take care of each other. You know, all of us, we're cyclists in one way or another, but we all recognize the kind of the dangers and the vulnerability that cyclists experience to being on our roads. I just really want to thank you and just encourage you to keep fighting for people that need to be protected.
This bike here, this event here, it's kind of symbolic of what we really want to try and achieve in terms of safety. But we always need to also keep in mind that Sylvia was much more than a symbol. She was the living, breathing person who was riding and commuting to work, just like you are and just like everybody here is. But I want to end at least by encouraging and making sure you all stay safe as possible on the road today. Everybody needs that, but be safe, everybody.
I like to try to point out the obvious, and at least for me, and I assume for all of you, our ride here today wasn't very stressful. We've made a lot of changes to our roadways, and when Sylvia was riding to work from Tremont in 2009, she didn't have a lot of the bike lanes or trails to be able to get there, and there's still a lot of many parts of our neighborhood that don't have that. I and many of you here today sit on the city's Vision Zero task force, and our work on that task force is really about kind of eliminating days like this, where we don't have to gather and be somber. as a member of the Vision Zero Task Force, my goal, and I know many other people's on the task force goal, is to eliminate all traffic fatalities and serious injuries on the roadways. And we're making progress, but it's not happening fast enough. So I encourage you all to get involved with that process. But then at Bike Cleveland, our work is really about building good infrastructure and building safe infrastructure that's stress-free and allows people to get from point A to point B as safe as possible. And I encourage you guys to get plugged in with that effort. As I mentioned when we started, Sylvia's parents would usually be here doing the talking. I know that they're very grateful for all of you being here and not forgetting about Sylvia and all the other cyclists who have been injured or killed riding their bicycles.
Hi folks in Cleveland.
We miss you.
We miss you all, particularly Jill and David and Alex and Christy and Jim and
Jacob.
And Jacob particularly, because you spent a lot of time organizing the ride. But all of our friends in Cleveland, you're dear to us, and it's meant so much to us to have such an incredible community. This is the first time that we haven't been able to be with you in Cleveland because of the pandemic, but we're with you in spirit. We're particularly excited today at your ride that a truck side barrier called a lateral protection device is being displayed. If one had been on the truck whose driver killed Sylvia 11 years ago, she'd probably be alive today. And one of our campaigns is to get laws to require these on trucks. And we're so excited that the city of Cleveland has agreed to put a number of these on their garbage trucks. And Jacob and Bike Cleveland worked for that. And we also want to thank Andy Young, an attorney in Cleveland, who has been instrumental in negotiating with the city to put barriers on the trucks, and I believe is even going to furnish the funding for some of them himself. Be safe. Keep your cherished memories of Sylvia and also anyone else you know who's been injured or killed cycling. The streets are for everyone. We need to double down on the goal of Vision Zero. It's too many vulnerable users being killed and injured every year, and your ride is one important way to do that in Cleveland. So have a safe ride, and so lots of love. Bye.